Hello.
Hello.
Nice car. What do you do for a living?
Just having fun.
When you have a flight at 6 in the morning, you need to wake up very early. I'm flying to Munich for seeing what future car designers have to present. And I have to say that there are many cool projects, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. First of all, I want to say thank you to Professor Dr. Othmar Wickenheiser for inviting me to Munich for Hochschule München Diploma show. Every time I fly, I'm amazed by how amazing the engineering behind the planes. But I also question how bad the experience in the airport, if you don't have a private jet, I guess. Anyway, I was lucky to have sunny weather in Munich. At the airport, I saw some advertisements about renting some pretty cool cars, but eventually I got my train ticket to the city center of Munich. I had some free time before the show, and I wanted to spend it at BMW Museum. If you never visited Munich or the BMW Museum, let me show you a couple of cool cars. Alright, now it's time to go to Diploma show. Excited to see all the projects. And I didn't know what to expect, but it was very crowded because it's not only car design, transportation design, but there are also some other students from graphic design, industrial design, and so on. When I arrived to the transportation design department, I totally forgot to record anything. I was just enjoying the projects and talking with people. But which software you use for the car?
I modeled it in Blender completely.
Here we go.
Yeah, and as well the location, the studio is also modeled with Blender, and then the whole visualization is done with the Unreal Engine.
And as you know, design projects are not always going according to plan. So there were some projects still going on, even after the last minute of deadline. So tell me guys.
I'm pretending to work right now, right?
What are you doing here? Everybody is...
Yeah, we have to finish the model because the printer is not working.
So deadline was yesterday?
Yes, it was yesterday, but the printer wasn't working like 2 weeks.
Come on, no excuses.
Yeah,
I
know. Yeah.
I was able to record some of the students' projects, but I was not able to catch all of them. Or it was very crowded, or I was busy with talking with people and observing the projects myself. So I couldn't get all the students, but let's start to see some of them.
So, hi everyone, my name is Niklas Künstner, and this is my bachelor thesis project. I've created it in cooperation with Mercedes-Benz Design Visualization, so at the headquarters in Sindelfingen here in Germany. And the whole idea behind the project is to create a concept which elevates luxury to a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So this car, you don't just buy it as a whole, but you buy the experience, and you buy a ticket for this journey, for this adventure where you can take part in. And there are 3 locations here where you can travel to. So my main location, of course, with the animation is Antarctica, but also I've imagined there to be an experience center in Namibia and in the Galapagos Islands. And from there on, there starts a safari tour with these autonomous vehicles, and you can experience the nature and the beauty of the landscape while also experiencing Mercedes-Benz and the whole luxury aspect of the brand.
You started from sketches, I see.
Yeah, so of course, like in any good design project, at first there were a lot of sketches and many directions which I presented to Mercedes-Benz, and there we decided on this more like, I think, classical off-roader design direction. Bit inspired by the G-Class, which of course you all know, I think, but also it should be, for me personally, I wanted it to be more futuristic and have elements of this sleek and rounded modern design language of Mercedes-Benz, and therefore there's like this panorama screen where you can sit in, and of course you have this surround view around you, and the whole concept is of course really off-road centered, so we've got these open wheels to make it very rugged feeling and capable in all terrain. And the whole project then was modeled in Blender, which of course I learned through your courses. And it was quite an intensive process where I took a lot of time to really make the model detailed, because I think a detailed model is required to make a good visualization. And then the whole animation and the renderings were all done with Unreal Engine 5, which we use at Mercedes-Benz to create these, like movie-like sequences and to offer this presentation. Yeah.
And after completing this all, did you finish the project? You finished the studies already, or?
I've got I'm still there for like one more month in Mercedes, but I mean the studies now with the exhibition here are basically finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with Mercedes, is there anything you can share? Is there any offer? Are you going there?
Yeah, so this week it got presented to the head of design of Mercedes, Gordon Wagner, and he really liked the animation and offered me an opportunity to stay there, or at least he wants me to stay there. And yeah, I'm really honored to have this opportunity. It's really special, and I think all of us here who start studying here, dream of the opportunity to work at a brand like Mercedes. So
great.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And also thank you for presenting the project.
Thank you as well for letting me show it to you.
If you are using headphones now, be careful, because this sound and this car is one of the reasons I really love visiting Munich. Hello.
Hello.
Nice car. What do you do for a living?
Just having fun.
This is Helmut, an amazing guy and also a great driver. He took me a ride in this amazing car. I'm gonna share more about it at the end of this video. Let's go to the next student project.
So the main inspiration of this project was the brutalist architecture, as it has very simple geometric surfaces, as we find it in the cyber design of the Tesla Cybertruck. And from there I headed to AI to gather some inspiration and picked some of you. I mean, I generated a lot of pictures, and those ones were my favorite, where the most inspiration came from. And here we see, for example, the large DLO that I also translated into my design, as I think if you want to really experience the scenery, can imagine if you're going to the Alps, for example, with your super sports car, you want to really experience the scenery, the mountains, and the wide parts of the landscape. And for that I created this large DLO, where you really can experience the scenery, but also the light floods the interior of the car, and so it's connecting the passengers with the outer world. Also, my favorite part of this car is the air intake, as it's not only on top of the DLO, but also under the shovel blade and goes through the rear, as you can see here. And this enhances the aerodynamics, but also is something new in design.
But here we are again behind the scenes. Still not done. Still hustling.
Yes. But it's almost done now.
This one seems finished.
Yeah. Yes. It is. In that room.
Will you move it to the other room?
Yes.
Alright, I will record more detailed there. So, how was this whole journey?
The journey?
The project journey?
Yeah, it was really stressful, but in the end it was a lot of fun. So, and we finished the most project, so
that's great.
Fine, yeah.
So you deserve a rest, a little bit sleep.
Yeah, sleep I not this night, so
okay.
Yeah, but I'm ready for vacation.
Yeah, the whole project is about Tesla. So Professor Dr. Wickenheiser, our transportation design professor, decided to do a Tesla project this term, and this is what I came up with. I'm pleased to introduce you to Tesla Horizon, and this is the way how I called it. And every one of us started with the AI part at the beginning of the project. So I had about 500 different solutions from the AI, and I choose 12 of them, or I think it's 11, to show them here. I think they are the most promising ones, because I can also use them as inspiration for my design. For example, this solution has a very big panoramic roof, which extends over the whole top of the vehicle, and you can see this very sporty car with a very sporty character, and I choose both of them and try to combine them into one bike, and yeah, to take it as an inspiration for my design. And I think most people buy the Cybertruck not because of its pickup features. I think they buy it because of its design, because of its uniqueness. And the Tesla Cybertruck is also a very different car, and nobody saw something like that on the streets before. So the main topic about the Cybertruck is its contrast. So this is also the reason why I decided to take the contrast as my design theme for the whole project. But I decided to combine the radical shapes and to connect them with organic flows forms.
And I know that you have something on the iPad, like full scale you can see, or describe a little bit about it?
So the idea with the iPad is that everyone in the which is part of the exhibition can have a look at the car. So everyone can just look at the 3D model in detail, how it is modeled as well. But if you want to see the car on the street, you can just activate the augmented reality button and locate the car on the floor, and then you can have a look at the car in its real dimensions. And then you can just go around the car and have a look how it looks and how it feels to have it directly in front of you.
What is that? You made it.
Yeah, I made this.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys.
First of all, the situation of this whole project for me was that right now the Cybertruck is not allowed in Europe. So I thought about how to get the cyber identity from America over to Europe. And the answer is the maritime space, so the European oceans or seas. Yeah, we started to work with AI. For example, we can see here a lot of prompts with Midjourney. But we also worked a lot with Viscom, which is getting very good at the moment. After all these concept phases, the end product was the catamaran. So it's like you see a very low complex surface on the boat. It's all about speed. That's the reason why we have the catamaran. There's like a very famous style of boat for speedboats. And yeah, if we look over to the stainless steel area here, we can see that we have this low complexity like the Cybertruck has, with just 3 surfaces. One of our professors told us before, you have to do something what a child sees, and the child instantly know how to draw it. And that was the aim, to get this low complexity. And I guess this child would draw something like this. We also have some very typical cyber design styles, like that with the line continuity. We can see here on the side view a line just going from the back up to the front. Yeah, we also see things like this in the Cybertruck. And yeah, also we have like a small bombation, like rounding is going over the shoulder of the boat.
So, tell me, what is this project?
Yeah, the idea is to have a car like a computer chassis. We have like this. We have electromobility, and we have to think new ways how electromobility can look. And my idea is that you have a chassis that is super simple. You have just the simplest part for a small degree of money, like 50,000 euros, and then you can add parts to it. It's for young people. Nowadays you can't afford an electric car because it costs 40,000 euros or stuff, but what if you can buy one for 15,000 euro, and then when the time goes on, you buy different parts out of markets in the internet, and then you can buy new parts the whole time, or old parts from other people that they don't use anymore, and you can bring it to your own car. It's the way how you can make electromobility sustainable, because a car is just that sustainable that long it drives on the street. When you say, oh, I need a new battery for, I don't know, 8,000, 10,000 euros, and you say, no, I don't want this car anymore, and you go to the trash with it, then it's not sustainable at all. But when you just sell the parts and stuff, and other people buy the parts, then it's sustainable, and then is electromobility really green. Otherwise, it's not that green that you think. And that's the idea. And especially the idea is, I think for older people like us, there's not that much stuff that is really fun. As we were a child, there was so much stuff that is designed extra for you, like Lego or Playmobil or films, computer games. Everything is made for you. You have so different worlds you are in the whole time, and as an adult you have just social media. Games are not that interesting anymore. Maybe a few movies, but you saw them all at a certain time. And the car is a very emotional object. You know, you give so much money for it. People see you in this car. People judge you out of the car you drive. And what if you work on it and modify it and individualize? I think that's something that could be really fun. When you see this picture, the whole part is that friends are working on a car, friends together. And like in the Fast and the Furious, I think that's super interesting to make this with people, to make this with friends.
So in the beginning I used AI, and it was sort of finding out what I wanted to do, but then I noticed going further with AI that I was interested in doing like a small car, a kind of cute car, but also a car that isn't just cute but also cool. And also AI helped me with finding new innovative forms and features, and I also used it to do that. But furthermore, using AI also helped me with not only finding a package that works, but also, as I said, finding new features. And also I found cool features while seeing AI buses, for example. And I was like, okay, I want to use that feature and also use it for a smaller package, because while developing the concept, I wanted to be like revolving around the city, and also city tours, more specifically city tours, because I thought that an autonomous, publicly accessible car is not enough. It would be nice that you have a car that is accessible for everyone, but accessible for people that want to do a city tour, and a city tour that is somehow guided, but also not guided by human. But you can just sit in the car, enjoy it, have the most comfortable ride and the most comfortable way to enjoy the city while you're just sitting in your own comfortable space in the car. Yeah, also the screen somehow came from AI because as I said, I had these buses and they had like little dots and points and some graphics. I couldn't really tell what it was, but it looked really interesting, and so I thought, how can I incorporate that in my design and my idea? And I thought that it would be perfect to have like a little screen that also does some kind of gesture to the people or the person more specifically that wants to have this experience, doing that city tour. And so I thought it would be nice to have a screen that also tells like, Konnichiwa, Tom, I want to ride, I want to tell you about the city, I want to show you the city. And so also on this screen you can see somewhat what the whole concept is about: explore and chill. Explore these highlights of the city while you're not have to stress about all of these factors that are stressful when you're riding with a hop-on hop-off bus or a rickshaw, for example.
With Helmut, with this F-Type S on the left, we went to a mountain ride from Munich to Autobahn in Germany and to the mountains of Austria. But before that, Jan, another amazing guy who is also owner of this Viper, he came to the show with this car and he gave me a ride in the city a little bit. And I have to say, this is something I don't even know how to describe. This car is mean. It's like a wild animal. Everything about it is unique, like the video or the photos don't do the fair job. The sound of it, the width in the car and also outside of the car, the proportions, the feeling of mechanics inside. It was just amazing. So it was a great experience for me. I remember when I was a kid, my father bought a scale model of Dodge Viper. I think it's the first scale model I ever had. And now being in this car as a passenger was an amazing experience. So thank you, Jan, for giving me this amazing experience. And the next day in the morning, I guess it was 6 o'clock, we were ready for the mountain ride. And we were not alone. It was basically 3 cars: Jaguar F-Type that I already mentioned, a Volkswagen Arteon R, and the Audi S2. 3 totally different cars, and I was the passenger in Jaguar. And the funny story here, Helmut asked me like, what is your top speed? And I was like, I don't know, around 220 or a little bit more. And then he said, okay, it's fine. Today we're gonna break it. I mean, I was sure about it, but I didn't know we're gonna do it with the roof open. And in Germany, in Autobahn, there is no speed limit on some parts. And he just hit the gas. 220 was nothing. 230, 240, 250, 260. It was 270 something, and the car was not slowing down. It was easy to go more than that, but there was a little bit traffic ahead, so he had to slow down, but it was an insane experience. For him, it seemed like a very regular thing. And I don't have the video from the mountain. I tried to record some things with the phone, but it was not possible to capture the dynamism, the emotions, at least for me. Because some parts Helmut looked like even bored, but to me it was just something unique. I think I can talk about it a lot more. I was even joking, like if I was living in Munich with these guys around, I would probably open another YouTube channel about the sports cars, the mountain rides and so on. Who knows, maybe one day. But for now, that's it. I can't wait to visit Munich again. And actually in 2 days, I'm going there for another workshop with Hochschule München transportation design students. And hopefully see some cool cars, you know? Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video.